Hey, what is up, guys? It is Cameron Talks Football, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the wide receiver market and how much it has actually changed, and it is all because of one team and one person in particular that has made the wide receiver market just boom overnight. Every single receiver that is like top 10, top 15 is going to get paid, and if they're not going to get paid, they're going to want to get traded. And it has already happened, just like Tyreek Hill. But before I do get into the video, guys, I would like to thank everyone that has checked out the channel recently and the people that have recently subscribed. I am trying to get to 450. We are almost there, 17 away. I believe I was there last week. But the views are staying around the same. But hopefully you guys do like this video, because in this video, like I said, I'm talking about the wide receiver market. And it all is to blame with one team. And that team to blame is the Jacksonville Jaguars. In free agency, they went out and bought a bunch of players. They got Evan Ingram. They got Brandon Sheriff. But the main one that is affecting the wide receiver market is Christian Kirk. They gave him a 4-year, $72 million deal. And him getting that contract, it should not have happened. He is not a player that should have gotten that contract. Maybe a 4-year, $36 million could have been decent. But the 4-year, $72 million made Davante Adams think, I'm way better than this guy. I'm like the best receiver in the league. Maybe I should get paid. So that's when he told the Packers that he wanted more money and they couldn't afford him. So they shipped him off to the Raiders, where he got a 4-year, $140 million deal, I believe, from the Raiders. They gave him a first and a second. And then a couple weeks after that, we had Tyreek Hill get traded from the Chiefs to the Dolphins. That is mainly also because of Patrick Mahomes' cap space that is going to hit. In the year 2027, his cap space is going to be $72 million. I believe his cap space this year was $36 million, and then Chris Jones is about $25 million. So they are not going to be able to afford. They were not going to be able to afford Tyreek Hill at the price that he was wanting, and at the value that he does hold for what he does with his speed and his catching and his route running ability. And now that brings me into talking about these three main wide receivers. Actually, four, honestly. You could say Deebo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown, and also D.K. Metcalf. All four of these receivers are really great receivers. The one that I really want to talk about first is Terry McLaurin. You put Terry McLaurin with a top 10 quarterback, he is going to have a great season. He will be a top 10 receiver, maybe even possibly top 5. I know that's a stretch, but it's also a hot take that you could say. He is fast, he can run routes, he can catch, but he has had Walmart workers, it feels like, or just retired people that just want to play football. Because he had Ryan Fitzpatrick, he had Alex Smith. I think he played with Alex Smith for a bit. And then he had Taylor Heineke. So he hasn't really had a consistent quarterback for him to get thrown by. So maybe, hopefully, he finds a new team. Hopefully he does get traded. I don't think he will sign a contract extension. I think he will find a way to get out of there. That's what I would do if I was Terry McLaurin. I would find a way to get out of there, because you do deserve a good contract. Not like a Davante Adams or Tyreek Hill contract, but somewhere in the middle of that, like a $60 million deal, $50 million deal for like 3 years. He deserves it. The next one I want to talk about is A.J. Brown. He is already talking about that he does not like the situation with the contract negotiations, how they are going. He does not like how they are handling it on their side, and he believes that he should get paid more. And a lot of a team that is looking at all these receivers actually is the New York Jets. Once any of these players are available for trade, I believe the Jets will be a team that will people should look out for, or even the Patriots, because the Patriots still need a solid wide receiver one. I understand they did trade for Devontae Parker, but I believe any of these receivers would help Mac Jones develop. But the reason I say the Jets is because they have a lot of cap space. They have a lot of draft picks that they could use and give to a team. I think a team that the Seahawks are going to do is they're going to trade DK Metcalf to the Jets and get. I think they could get 2 first-round picks out of him, possibly, if they really. Because I believe the Jets are that desperate that they. I understand like Davante Adams did get less in the trade deal, But I believe the Jets are that desperate that they would give up 2 first-round picks. Honestly, that's my opinion. I think they would give up 2 first-round picks and maybe like a 4th or a 3rd, one of the two. But I believe the Jets are going to be a team to look out for. The next one is Deebo Samuel. This one right here. This player, if he doesn't get a contract by the 49ers, it's going to be a bad move on the 49ers. They're still paying Jimmy Garoppolo. They have not traded him or released him, which is not good because you can pay Deebo if you release Jimmy Garoppolo because Trey Lance is on the rookie contract, and that's what the Chiefs did when they had Patrick Mahomes. They paid all their players. That's what the Bengals are doing because Joe Burrow is on his rookie contract still. That's what the Chargers are doing because Justin Herbert's on his rookie contract still. That's what you do. If you have a rookie quarterback, you build pieces around him and expensive pieces around him because the contract for the rookie is not that much. But when it comes to the rookie quarterback's contract, that's when you can clear up cap space by managing the other players' contracts, like reducing them a little bit, having them take pay cuts so that they can stay with the team and become a better team overall. So that's why I believe that's what I believe the 49ers should do is they should release Jimmy Garoppolo so they can pay Deebo Samuel. That's the only way I see them keeping Deebo. I don't know how they're going to be able to afford him if they don't because he deserves money for being part running back and part wide receiver because their offense is honestly based around what he can do. I understand they still have George Kittle, Elijah Mitchell, all those running backs and stuff, but it's all based off what Deebo can do. If Deebo's not there, then they all focus on George Kittle. If George Kittle's not there, it's all focused on Deebo Samuel. But if they're both there, they don't know what to do because Deebo can run and he can catch and he can even throw. We've seen it before against the Rams and against a couple other teams that he can throw. And then we have George Kittle's blocking ability, which makes it even better when Deebo does run the ball. George Kittle is a blocking demon. He will run over anyone in blocking. And then who's the last one that we could be talking about? A.J. Brown. This is the last person I am going to want to be talking about. A.J. Brown. I talked about A.J. Brown. I talked about Deebo. I talked about Terry McLaurin. And I talked about DK. All 4 of these receivers, actually, yeah, I did talk about all of them. All 4 of these receivers, I believe they all should get contract extensions. And if they don't by April, I believe if they don't by the draft, I think they could be traded on draft day, honestly. Any of these people, if they don't get a contract by then. So that is what my particular take on this is. Let me know if you guys think the same thing, if you guys think they are going to get paid, or even leave this team to get traded to a new team and see what they can do on that team, because I think they will get traded, honestly. I think at least 1 or 2 of them, I don't think they're all going to get re-signed. That will be pretty good for the NFL, but it's also going to be pretty bad for those teams. So, also, I am going to be making one more mock draft video before the draft. I'm going to make it like 2 or 3 days before the draft. So it's going to be it's going to be edited, that's for sure. It's going to be a little different, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not thinking the same way. But thank you guys for watching this video, and until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.